everybody, how you doing?
Right.
Thanks for being here. See you in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Perfect. Can you do me a favor? Can you give me a mic check real quick whenever
I
you're done?
can,
Whenever
yep.
you're done.
Mic check. Check 1, 2. Checking. Let me know when you got it. Checking. Mic. Hello. 1, 2, 3. Mic check. Good.
Sound check 1, 2, 3. Sound check 1, 2, 3. Sound check 1, 2, 3. Sound check 1, 2, 3.
once. Hello, everybody. We'll be ready in a few minutes, but unfortunately, I'm not going to have the chief stand in the street. So wherever you want, whatever works for you, we're going to have to move this out of the street so they're not standing in the street. I don't care where you put it, but they're not standing in the street.
All right. Someone help me get this.
Sorry.
What about the cones? I mean, that's.
Cones don't stop a car.
Yeah.
Thank you.
John, let's go.
Oh.
I'll just go with you.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Everybody still good on audio?
Right.
Let's rotate this a little bit this way. There we go.
Yeah, it's barely hanging on there.
Yeah, go ahead. You can.
Okay. Okay.
¿Te molesta? Ahí. ¿Viste? Yo ya tiré el rato más.
I think I lost my mic clamp at the cox. I think that's going to work. Thank you very much. Mic check. 1, 2. Mic.
Hola, Nani, Darío. Dijeron que en 2 minutos ya empieza el press conference. Por ahí en unos 5 minutos. Cuando ya vengan te aviso.
I'm sure our little mic didn't get misplaced. I'm
Yeah, I was
sorry.
looking for mine too.
You have a little lab as well? Oh, you just said this guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody, this belongs to somebody. This one's pointing in the wrong. Is this yours?
Yeah, I don't know what this is. This got knocked down.
This is. Do you know how to use this one? I don't know who this mic belongs to, but it definitely moved, and it's loose. Is this your black one there?
Yeah.
Yeah, just to get loose. There we go.
Yes. Yeah, that works. It's all about Tetris, right?
Yeah, that's right, Tetris.
There it is.
All right, and ours is good here. All right.
Velcro and mittens just don't mix.
No. It was either put the blocking vehicle there or move this back further, so. Wait for Chief Jones momentarily. So hi everybody, thanks for being here, thanks for waiting and being patient. So we'll be starting in a few minutes. Chief Scott Goldstein, Montgomery County. I'm Pete Parringer with Montgomery County Fire and Rescue. Chief Scott Goldstein will be with you momentarily, and he'll introduce and mention the other participants this evening. So thanks for being here.
I'll only add a little bit about the fundraise. I think there's a question. Good.
Pete outlined who was here, and I'm going to go ahead and just kick it off. On-site operations today. The excavator removed the freestanding pillars on the rear of the structure, and then we utilized the human remains canines that were on site yesterday to begin assessing the pile and the building debris of 826. That canine alerted on the top of the pile, the top of the building one of 826 early this morning. The excavator claw was relocated to the front of the building and began removing materials from the front of the building. As work began, we made access to our apartment of focus inside of 826. As that work continued, we did locate and remove one body from the structure. Any questions to that point before I turn it over to Chief Jones? That's not what I said, Darcy. I said we removed one body. Chief Jones will go from there. Any questions on what I said or clarity you need there? Then I'll let Chief Jones step up.
Thank you, Chief Goldstein. I'm Chief Marcus Jones from Montgomery County Police. As noted by Chief Goldstein, due to the fact that one body has been located in this in the apartment building of note, this now involves Montgomery County Police Major Crimes Division, along with our continued work with the Montgomery County Fire and Rescue Fire Marshals Unit. Therefore, we are looking, based upon information preliminarily, we are looking at this event as a criminal investigation. We have no identity on the individual whose body was removed today by fire rescue. The body has been transported to the medical examiner's office in Baltimore. It is there where we hope to make positive identification of that individual, hopefully by tomorrow. And then therefore we will be able to answer more questions about who that person is and maybe more information about the person's exact location in this building, whether they are a resident or whether they are or were a visitor or another family member. At this point, we have no information to suggest that this individual, who this individual may or may not be. That's a good question, Darcy. So we have some information. Again, it's very limited, but we are looking into the possibility of this as a criminal intentional act. We don't know that for sure. We have a lot of work to do. We are lacking a lot of other evidence. As you know, fire rescue has not completed their search of the actual location due to the time of day. And again, of course, they've stopped their search for today. There's incredibly a lot more evidence that we are searching for, but we have some information, again, that will at least lend us to the belief that we need to look at this preliminarily as a criminal act. And that's the focus that we'll have due to the fact our investigators are involved.
Be any more specific about what evidence leads you to believe that this is potentially intentional?
At this time, I can't be more specific. There are a lot of loose ends that we still need to tie up in order to be able to confirm that, along with some other evidence that we will be seeking. Again, we will do our very best to be able to try to do that in a very methodical way, in an investigative way that's going to be productive on our conclusion.
Is there any chance that there might be
Well, I think Chief Ghosty would better be served, but I know that the search continues. We have not stopped searching for potential other victims in the location at this point in time.
Male or female?
We don't know. I don't know.
What the investigation stand into the one unaccounted for?
Well, the investigation still, again, coinciding with fire rescue's work, still means that we still have to search more, right? We have not determined that the building is all clear of any other possible victims. So therefore, that search will continue through tomorrow in our hope that we can clarify with certainty that there are no other victims in the rubble. I don't know that. I don't know that.
Has your department been able to make contact with the person on the deed for the one condo in question?
No.
So still no contact?
There's still none of that, no.
And do you believe that this was a criminal act committed by someone who is still alive, or that this is a criminal act and a suicide attempt at the same time?
I don't know the answer to either of those questions. I don't.
One of the victims in the explosion got out, had it described the building shaking and experiencing what could potentially cause the shaking.
So Stephanie's question was, there was a report from a resident who was in the building at the time of the emergency or the explosion, feeling the building shake before the explosion occurred. Is that paraphrasing it correctly? It's new information, Stephanie, that I'm not aware of, but talking about natures and dynamics, that could have been a structural member failure that then created a reason for the building to explode. Okay, there's many, many opportunities and options for that. Bear with me on questions, folks. Let me get through some other information and then work towards questions. For your request earlier about the gas regulator on site, we have had visual assessment by Washington Gas personnel of the regulator and the meter in building 826. It has been confirmed that it is a SPROG, spring regulator. I will spell that and repeat that. SPROG, which is S-P-R-O-G, spring regulator. That is not a mercury gas regulator. So a SPROG, spring regulator, was located in 826. I want all the residents of Potomac Oaks, all the residents in Montgomery County and the region to take comfort and rest assured the safety of their structures, having Washington Gas, having natural gas supplied to their buildings. You may have seen fire rescue responding to this complex today for a gas emergency. We had a resident in another building in the 800 block call in and say they reported a gas smell. That was at an appliance. It was the appliance. It was not the distribution system in the building. They did the right thing. They called 911. They got out of the building. Fire rescue arrived, isolated it to the appliance, provided them instructions, and moved on. So that's an update on the gas regulator on site. Wanted to respond to questions provided earlier about a prior incident several years ago in this complex. December 30th of 2017, there was a fire at 880 the Boulevard, 880. That was a significant fire in the attic, burnt off the roof, a 2-alarm fire that displaced a large number of residents. That was an accidental electrical nature fire. No involvement in the December 30th, 2017 fire at 880 with natural gas. Inspections. Question earlier today was about inspections, the difference in inspection in leased units or owned units, apartments or condos. Same level of this information is provided by Gaithersburg City permitting staff. Same inspections are managed in leased units or rented units, be them condos or apartments. Inspections are annual and prior to reoccupancy. Before I opened up for questions, I want to capture 2 more nuggets. Tomorrow, work Chief Jones outlined, we will be back on site, all of our agencies, again tomorrow, working to continue the investigations. We have parts of the building that we still need to search through. Parts of the building that we need to still remove debris and work to verify that there are no other unaccounted for occupants or no other, personnel found in the building. That goes to a couple of your questions. Until we have cleared those parts of the buildings, we cannot identify parts of our unaccounted for unit or parts of the person that was located today. So that will be our plan starting tomorrow morning. As information for your planning, we will have a briefing tomorrow. That briefing will be likely midday to early afternoon. No exact time provided now. Pete and Cherie will make sure they share that information by noon to you all about when our time back here tomorrow will be for an update. And I'm sorry I said 2, but I got 1 more. Community meeting was asked about earlier. Yes, fire rescue and the county agencies are working with the property management and the HOA for a community meeting. Schedule will exercise that and execute that mid next week. That detail is not finalized. Hopefully we will get that wrapped up tomorrow and be able to provide information about when that community meeting is. With that, and I can't see much but hands, I'm going to start dead center and go to my right, and then come from center and go to my left.
Now that it's suspected this will preliminarily be, is there any more as to what caused this?
Too much information is still being determined. Information that Chief Jones talked about, in parts of the building that we still have to get through, and areas that we have to identify before we can give you information on our initial origin and cause or initial reasons why this occurred. Far right side.
Chief, if you don't mind going back to when the K-9 alerted crews, what time was that? If you could speak to the steps that happened after this, and then that led to the discovery.
So the K-9 alert, I'm going to roughly put that at about the 10 to 10:30 time frame. It probably was right before we had our original briefing this morning that the K-9 was up in the fire department bucket and then on top of the pile. That began our work and then moved the excavator to the front of the building. When the excavator started its mechanical picking of the debris, and then the dog continued to work as the debris was removed. Debris was placed on the ground in front of the building, and the dog continuously worked until we got to our point today and located and removed our one body.
Do you have an idea of what time that was?
I said the beginning about 10:30 or just before.
10:30.
Yeah, that's when our canine had its original alert. Okay? Thank you. So I'm done on the right. I'm at center, heading left. I don't see any hands center left. I'll go with any hands. I don't see any hands. Okay, sorry.
Is there any idea of where there's 3 floors, right? Where
Right.
this individual could be?
No. So the question is there any ideas where this individual could have been? Because of the blast, because of the upheaving of the building and then the explosion itself, until we have the means of identifying that person, we don't know where that person was from. And so we're working to that. That's why we can't provide you information on that. So again, thank you all for your patience. Thank you all for your assistance. We will be back here at a point mid to late afternoon tomorrow. We will make sure that time is set out well in advance so you all know about it. Take care. Thank you.